Good morning. Good morning. Just reviewing John Morant hitting a buzzer beater. What a way to start an episode. Happy, what is it, Friday now? Happy Friday,
Yeah,
everyone. We're into
Friday the
April now.
4th.
March Madness has come to a close. We're finishing up.
Yeah, busy day.
Finally got some football talk. Last couple episodes we've skipped over and made do with some stuff, but today it feels like we actually had a couple of things happen, a little bit of transactional
Yeah.
stuff, and we're getting close. But
Yeah, we're that pre-draft little flare up, I'll call it.
yeah,
Seeing
we're
some
getting kind of
stuff
ready. We're getting
coming in.
antsy. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Before we get too far into it though, I got a question for you.
hit me with it.
Someone gives you $1 million check and they offer you a trade. That $1 million check for a coin flip, your call. If you win, it's $1 billion. If you lose, nothing.
Nothing.
Do you take it? You
Well,
lose
first
the
of all,
you lose
does
the
that have to be a
coin
check
flip.
or going to be cash? Because I don't trust people writing me a check.
Okay, sure. It'll be a check.
Okay,
Or
all right,
it'll
cool.
be
So I got a
cash.
briefcase of cash.
Briefcase $1 million. And they say,
Yeah, dude, I would fucking hate myself to walk away with nothing. Like to be as broke as I am right now and seeing $1 million off the table, like there's a lot of differences between a million and a billion, but I feel like there are more differences between
999
zero.
million to be exact.
But I think there's more like lifestyle differences is what I'm talking. And I think that there's more differences between 0 and a million when you're not numbers obviously, but when you're talking like lifestyle changes, like 0 to it's like having kids. Like I told a bunch of people this is a joke, like having your first kid like really not that big of a deal. Like you already are in charge of keeping yourself alive, and so it's like one more person you have to keep alive. It's like, and this sounds like that thing where I don't ever want to be the thing where it's like, oh, I have 3 kids, you only have one, your life is easy. It's like into perspective though as you get into it, where it's like your moments of like, oh my god, I'm having a kid. For us, it was like that, but then it was like, well, Joe's like a pretty easy baby, so this really isn't that bad. Like it's just one. I'm just keeping myself alive. Adding the second one then was like they can run separate ways and there's nothing that I can do about that. Like that is such a debilitating feeling. And so
Right.
it's like with that of like I forget the thought I forget where I was even going with that, but like the thought of like I don't even know, I have no idea where I was going with that. What was I even talking about?
The lifestyle difference between a 0 and a
Yes,
million and a million
exactly.
and
So it's
billion.
like for like a family that has 7 kids, you tell me you have 7 or you have 10, like it can't be that much different. You're already making an assembly line of peanut butter and jellies. You're already cooking batch shit for, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
0 to 1 is you're just keeping another one alive. Like 7 to 10, it's just an extra couple kids. Like there are certain numbers in there that aren't quantitative, but the actual differences, and that's where I feel like this, like if I'm a millionaire and you could tell me I could be a billionaire, like that's a pretty fucking big difference. But if you could tell me I could be a brokey to a millionaire, like dude, I could not miss that chance. And I
Okay.
saw this a little bit ago, and I was thinking like if there was like a middle ground where it's like, you know, right now you have 500 million, flip a coin for a billion, or then for you walk away with a million, I'd flip that coin absolutely. Because again, 0 to a million
Yeah.
feels bigger than a million to 500 million, even though like I know it's not, and mathematically it's not, but it's like you're walking away with nothing otherwise. So yeah, for me, as is, I would definitely take that million. And like I'm a gambler and I'm a degenerate, but like I'm not a fucking idiot. Like that's how I would look at that. Like if I had to wake up tomorrow and be like, I could have had $1 million fucking dollars yesterday. Like I don't think that I would have a million and be like, damn, but I could have had $1 billion. Like I think I would be totally satisfied. I'd get everything I needed. Shit would be cool. I don't think there'd be any point where I was like, damn it, but I really wanted to buy Brazil. Like I don't think that I'd be upset that I didn't have $1 billion.
Really wanted to build a bridge across the Amazon River.
Exactly. Yes, I saw an article about that the other day. I'm pretty sure it was like an Onion article, but someone was like super speed highway coming through the Amazon, and I was like, we were just talking about that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was satirical. But yeah, so yeah, I think for me, I feel like you're going the other way. I feel like for
I'm
you, it's like a
100% going
house
the other way.
money doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Who cares? Yeah, see, I couldn't live with myself,
Okay, so like I definitely get where you're coming from. Like where
and I
we're
see now
at
where
in
you're coming
life
from too.
to a
Yeah,
million
I
dollars is
house money.
life
Somebody just
changing.
walks up and says, "You're going to continue on as you were anyway. So do you
Yeah.
want to take a chance at this or this?" And so yeah, for
Yeah.
me, it's like $1 million is plenty to change my life, my kids' lives, probably their kids' lives. Like not saying people aren't working and we're retiring and our name is forever, but like you can make a lot of damage with $1 million and doing investments and being smart with it.
Sure.
A billion is like everybody's good forever. Like we're all
Right.
fucking square.
That's where
We
I'm
have an
at. Like
island and a
fucking
jet and everything.
yeah.
Like everyone's
The
cool.
whole
There's no
family getting new
yeah,
houses. Yeah.
yes, yeah. There's a compound coming, and it's on an island in the Bahamas. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's and yeah, everyone's getting picked up in a jet. So yeah, I guess I do see that part of it, like the house money part of it. That like It's not like I'm betting my negative life savings against it. It's just somebody walked in and said, "Flip this coin or take $1 million," and yeah, I would do that morning, then next morning, like especially if it was like on a Sunday. If you ask me this question on a Sunday and I have to wake up on a Monday morning knowing I missed out on $1 million yesterday and like got to head into work, I would just wake up and be like, "Nah, today's the day. Today's the day. Say goodbye to everyone." I'm posting a goodbye. It's been real Facebook status and disappearing forever, getting everyone to ask me what's wrong and telling them nothing. Don't ask.
Yeah, I am the exact opposite though. Billion is like
Yeah,
mind
everything
boggling.
changes. Yeah, yeah.
I
There,
just like
you
I
don't have to work
can't.
again. Like everything's done. You
Yes.
want to go hunting for 6 months? You want to go ice fishing for 6 months? You want to take Bruni to Africa? Do you want to take Jamie to Australia? Do you want to buy
Yeah.
an island? Do you want to buy a plane? Like anything you want to do is obtainable now.
Yes.
Like there's nothing really that you get to go. Yeah, but that's like crazy even for me. Like, I'm a millionaire. Like what can you not buy as a billionaire? Like
Right.
that. Like you, yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
have the
just
Sims
like
cheat.
I definitely understand where you're coming from. Where like $1 million is life changing, especially to like
Yeah.
people in our position. Like we're middle class at best.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so like
Grasping at.
right, yeah. And so like to then go into well now I'm a millionaire. Like I look at it and Jamie and I have this conversation quite often because we like to play the lottery when it gets to like 41
Right,
million or
right, right.
something like that.
And would
Um,
we still work, or is it enough
yes,
to
right,
retire
yeah, yeah.
us? Like
Just
that kind
something
of
to have
thing.
it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm like, well, I was like a million pays off like
yeah.
everything, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where we like cuz so our my family is from one city, her family's from another city that are 2 hours apart, and the city we live in is 2 hours from both of those cities. So I'm like, all right, so we bought two more houses, we paid off ours, we have gotten rid of all of our debt.
Yeah,
Like
everything.
that's
And you
pretty
still have money in
much
the bank.
still a little bit of money in the bank.
Yeah,
But
because
then like
realistically, like
we're
truly,
still
like if you want to
working.
dive into it, you'd buy those two houses and rent them out when you're not there. Like you'd Airbnb. Like it's not like you need three empty
Right.
houses. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, so it's like, or you buy an RV and just travel back and forth between them. Like
Yeah.
you'd have you
Works
can
so well
make
for you.
you don't have a circus and do it. I'd still be in that bitch if Kaylee didn't get homesick. I was fine. I was content. I was having fun. She said I'm homesick, and I was like, "Fuck!" I knew that was coming, dude. I don't even remember if I had to explain this part of that story either, but it was like legitimately like 2 days prior. I was like, "Are you good? Are you sure this is what we're doing?" And she was like, "Fuck yeah, this is so much fun. I love this. Like, let's rock and roll." And I was like, "All right, cool." That was the security cameras. I was like, "I'm gonna put nails in the wall and like hang up security cameras and shit, like hanging up the Ring cameras or whatever. Like, I'm gonna tuck cords and do wire management all day today. Like, I'm gonna make everything pretty and it all go good and like all this other stuff and do outside stuff. And I'm gonna start like making convenience adjustments and going to spend money at Lowe's to do things." And she was like, "Yeah, do it. Fucking fire away. We're gonna be in this bitch." That Saturday, it was a Wednesday. We had that conversation. That Saturday, she was at work and I was texting her and I was like, "What's your deal today? Like, what's going on?" She was like, "I don't know. I'm just kind of homesick." And I was like, "Dog, no way. I was going to spend the last 3 days doing extra shit in the RV." And she said, "All right, now that you've committed, now I want to go home." I was like, "Okay, cool, 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 cool. Love that." But anyway, yeah. So no, I see your point though. Yeah, yeah.
But
Like the
yeah, and
million
then
does. Like the million, you still have to work though. Like you still have
right.
to work. You
And
still got to
then
go
I'm a
through life
degenerate,
normally.
so like you might as well.
Fuck it. You might
Yeah.
as well. Might
Like
as well.
it's a million is life changing. I don't have
Yeah.
any hate towards anybody that
Right.
doesn't
That's
flip
what I
that
was gonna say.
coin.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
like a 50-50 shot at $1 billion, like
Yeah.
that's life changing for like your family and generations.
Yes. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're going
That's,
like you put that shit in a trust and
yeah.
it's
You're handing
good.
$1
Yeah.
million to multiple people to
Right.
change their lives, like, and still not even making a dent in yours.
Yeah.
Like you are. Yeah. You are in a much different situation.
Yeah.
Again, that's, I think for me, like the day of like Sunday, we're at a game and some dude in the bar walks up to us and is like, "Flip this coin." And I'm like, "All right, crazy magic man." That day, I'd be like, "Fuck, I just lost $1 million. Like that sucks." But like again, for me, it'd be like waking up the next morning. I would be like, "The fuck did I do that for?" Just like anytime I lose a bet, I'm like, "Why did I think that that
Yeah.
was gonna work?" It would be the same for me. Like that
That's
hate
fair.
for myself was is magnet like crazy. But I do agree with you though that
I
like
also
hitting the billion, like it's over. You win.
yeah.
Congratulate everything.
Also,
You win.
selfishly for me, I think $1 million in my lifetime is achievable without somebody handing it to me.
So true. But
So
also
I'm
like
like, I'm
And
kind
that
of
takes so
like,
much work and
okay,
effort versus just here
yes,
you go. Like I
100%,
get yeah. So like,
hundred
but I
percent.
see your
But a
I see your
billion
point. Like
dollars
a
is
billion
not
is just not
obtainable for
obtainable, and
me.
not even a little bit. Like
Like,
not even like trying to speak it into existence or
yeah,
manifest. It's like relax. Like there's
yeah,
only a handful of people that get to do that. So
yeah.
speaking of billionaires, LeBron James just popped onto my screen. How fucking hilarious is that? Literally, I said there's a handful of people that get to do that, and then LeBron popped up on screen wearing
LeBron
overalls.
James.
LeBron James.
So yeah, diving into football, we're 10 days away from our NFL draft, so things are heating up.
I want to
Um,
make a real quick note. Just the theory and post conversation, I'm annoyed that I don't have $1 million. So I'm completely confident in my answer that if I actually had been given the option, like just sitting here, I was like, can't believe I don't have a fucking $1 million. Like I'm already annoyed by it. And so then like I
this
just thought about it.
hypothetical
I just
situation.
put it into perspective, bro. I was like, there's zero shot I flip that fucking coin. They'd be like, or flip a coin. I'm like, nope. You didn't even hear the offer. I'm like, I don't care. I don't give a single shit. I'm taking this million. I'm going home.
Just out,
Goodbye. Like, yeah.
just out of curiosity, now that we brought it back up, and now I'm curious because I know what my wife's answer would be. What do you think your wife's answer would be if you had the option? Do you think she would persuade you one way or the other?
Yes, I think she's stingy. I think she'd take the million, 100%.
Yeah,
She wouldn't like. I think she's one where she would look at it and be like, "Fuck it, I don't care about having to work. Like debt free. That's an island. That's a boat. Like that's a
right.
$1 million can buy you a ton of shit. Like
Yeah,
that's a condo in a couple of places. Like that's we're good. Like let's chill there. So yeah, I think she would say take the million. But also, I could potentially see her having your logic too, of being like, "Fuck it, it was house money. We were gonna go to work tomorrow anyway. So why not go
yeah.
for $1 billion and retire us?" So. Yeah, I'll have
Jamie
to
is
ask her.
Jamie is definitely a million person.
Yeah,
She's not a take risk. She'd be like, no, we're taking the million and we're gonna
yeah,
have a
that's
nice
yeah.
life that's debt free and
It's like a weird spin on it, but it's like that Chris Paul quote where it's like I hate losing more than I like winning, and like that's how I think this would be for me. Is like I wouldn't
yeah.
even enjoy the billion as much as I would fucking hate losing that million. Like there's just something about it that like I would just fucking hate it so much, and like yeah, like I just life after that would just be so shitty. I'd be so mad. Oh
Um,
god, I'd be mad as
last
fuck every day.
last point for me here. Just the pure intensity of that coin flip in the
Oh
moment.
yeah,
Like imagine they flip the
it
coin,
pauses in the air.
hits their hand, and they cover it, and
It
like
just wait.
that just like couple seconds. That's gonna feel
Dude,
like
yeah,
five
dude,
hours.
I'd have a heart attack. My heart would be fucking beating out of like, yeah, literally just thinking about that in somebody's hand. Like I started rubbing my feet together like a cricket. I was like, God damn, it makes me like uncomfortable to think about it. Like,
My
damn, I
palms are
wouldn't want to be
sweaty.
in
My
that room.
palms are sweaty.
Literally, I was like, damn, like I don't want to be in this room anymore. Like, yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a tough scenario
Like
to be in.
just
But
imagining like watching somebody do that is like wild.
or like, yeah, what do you have to be a coin flip? Like, it get an additional conversation about shit being rigged, but like ignoring all that. Like, if they just put it on a basketball game, like take $1 million or tonight's winner of the Warriors Lakers. If you pick which whatever, blah, you win. Like I would be sitting here so stressed out for 48 minutes. Like, oh my god, every bucket I would just be like, oh my fucking god, LeBron, please score.
Yeah.
Like it would be the worst 48-minute game of my life
Oh,
because
for sure.
everything was riding on it. So yeah, I see your point of that too. Like the anticipation of it would be unmatched for the rest of your
Yes.
life. Like there's nothing you could ever do that
Yeah.
would then compare to that time. Like yeah, it just baby fucking give me that thing. Like it just yeah, you just nothing would ever compare again. But all right, moving on. 'cause
Anyway,
one
so
of us are
as we were
really
talking
absurd.
about 10 days till the NFL draft, so we have some things heating up in the NFL.
Finally.
The owners meeting we talked about in our last episode, they tabled the tush push after reportedly only had 16 votes for the tush push ban, which means 16 teams voted against the ban.
Right. Or
Um,
don't give a
I
shit.
just like I don't want to beat a dead horse, but like get over yourselves.
Yeah, 60.
Like
That
I
feels like
just
a lot. It basically is like, all right, 16 teams. So let's identify 6 or 7 that the Eagles have beat, and those are some of those votes. And then like, why are the other 6 or 7 voting? Like, why do you guys give a
almost
shit? So,
almost all of them were like, well, we got to worry about injuries, and then like you see the reports that like there's no injuries on this play or there's no more
right. Yeah.
injuries than there are on any other plays.
I
And
think.
so like then they're all like, well, like the one that really got me mad cuz we actually talked about this was it was oh my gosh, his name's blanking me, but the Bills head coach.
Sean McDermott.
Yes, Sean McDermott. Now keep in mind it's the owners voting, not the head coaches. But
Draymond
the
just kicked Austin Reeves.
kicked him.
like a Draymond scenario. If
Like
the game didn't, I was shocked that the game
like
didn't stop.
Antonio Brown to the punter's face mask kind of kick.
Yeah, like they were
or...
tripping over each other, and Draymond did his flailing shit, and then like went to go gain steps and like kick down like he's done 100 times to other players and gotten in trouble for it. Like I'm surprised they didn't just like stop the game or call a foul or anything. Like it was like a normal tie up, and then Draymond like flared and started kicking and flailing and shit. So, but anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah. So yeah, Sean McDermott. He said like, well, if there's a chance of players getting hurt, then I think we need to err on the side of safety. I'm like, you play in the NFL. There are now 4 years of this play worth of data, and there are minimal to no injuries on this play. And you're gonna go with the hypothetical? Like, okay, well then let's just take the offensive line out of the game. Let's play 7-on-7.
Flag football. It's
like
I think I saw someone. I heard it today. Like I was running around cleaning, and I heard it on Get Up. I think because I look like a fucking cartoon character when I hear the words. And up next, first take. Remote. I feel like that fucking Patrick SpongeBob meme, dude. I can't get to the fucking. If I hear Molly or Stephen A on my TV, I want to throw something at my TV.
When they do that preview commercial.
The moment I hear them talking, I'm like it. Like, there's no other show that does that for me. Like, any show I don't like could come on, and I turn around, and I'm like, oh, there's an hour-long documentary about Duke. I didn't even hear it. Like, I zone out. I'm dealing with the kids. I'm making dinner. Like, the moment I hear Stephen A., I'm like, turn that off. Someone turn the... Kaylee, can you mute the TV, please? My hands are... I have chicken on my hands. Mute the TV, mute the TV, mute the TV. Like, I cannot hear him talk, or I get irritated as fuck. Anyway, what was I talking about?
We were talking about the hypothetical injuries. And one in place flag football 7-on-7.
It was right after that. We were just going to say something else. Oh, I was talking about hearing Get Up talk about this point, and then it made me think about hearing Stephen A. And it was complete side tangent because I just cannot stand hearing that shit. Safe to say that Stephen A. One of Stephen A.'s people are probably definitely going to see this and report us. Now we're never getting an ESPN contract. Great. Anyway, Get Up. I think
you better at least tweet us.
I'll take it. Talk shit on me. I'll take it. I'll take a Twitter beef with Stephen A. Make me famous. I will take it. Because you'll definitely gain some followers from it. So,
for sure.
I will take it. Yeah, there'll be a lot of people that hate me and be in my DMs, but I'm one to not give a fuck. I will giggle those all day long. I'll make a series of me reading mean tweets. Anyway, Get Up. Somebody had said that there's a defensive rule that you can't push the nose tackle. That, like, you're not, like, the linebackers. And so that I do agree with. That, like, that's a little...
That is specifically a special teams play. If the offensive is lined up in a punt, a
so the field goal block thing, field goal, they have to, like, let the center or the long snapper so they don't get pummeled and shit. So it's not on regular offensive plays.
Correct. It's only on special teams plays.
All right, well then, okay. That's why it wasn't a hill I was willing to die on. I just heard that, and it was like a point where I was like, okay, that does suck. Like, if the defense isn't allowed to have a linebacker push into the defensive tackle, then like, why are they allowed to do it? But yeah, if they're allowed to on regular plays, then fuck that. Then stuff. But anyway, so we'll see how that ends up going once they decide to actually make a decision on it. In the meantime, though, we had a couple of actual transactions. Patriots send Joe Milton to Dallas to be the Dak Prescott backup,
right?
Or maybe future of the.
Maybe
future of the league.
If you told me Joe Milton ends up playing this season, I'm not surprised. If you told me Joe Milton ends up being the starter because Dak gets cut next year, I'm also not surprised.
Cut or hurt
or traded.
Also, Dallas is just such a shit show.
Yes.
What a terrible franchise.
I'm so happy to have them in my division.
Congratulations. Meanwhile, I have the fucking Monstars squad over in my goddamn division. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Trey McBride, the Cardinals tight end, gets the bag. Highest paid tight end ever, so good for him. And then I also saw that Geno Smith extended his contract with the Raiders, so he got 2 additional years right out of the gate.
Extended. Did you see that price tag? 75 mil?
Extended. So yeah, someone like Geno Smith. Like, I know numbers are crazy now, but like, damn.
Yeah. And then with the incentives, it can get up to $85.5 million.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, Brady said, I'll write you a personal check. You win me a Super Bowl out here.
Of that, just reading through here, of that 65 mil is guaranteed for a 34-year-old quarterback. Like,
living in Vegas.
yeah.
I think there's no state tax in Nevada too. That's like one of those things. I think it's like Florida, Texas.
I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't. So
Yeah, like that could. Yeah, that's right. Because Vegas probably pays all the bills. So
yeah,
yeah, like, Nevada's like we're cool. We're good.
yeah,
We're good.
yeah. We
We're
don't
good.
need those
We
taxes
don't
because
need
we're
your
gonna get
shit.
all that income from gambling.
Yeah, you about to gamble it back anyway. It's cool. We'll get it then. We'll get it. Don't you worry. We'll get it. Um, yeah. Tell me about this.
Yeah. So I found this article this evening on Reddit. Lamar Jackson sues Dale Earnhardt Jr. over trademark infringement based around the number 8. So Lamar is
Currently.
right. So it basically stems from the fact that you can't trademark just the number 8, but he has a trademark on ERA space 8, and there's another one. Hold on, I have the article here. It's era 8 and era 8 by Lamar Jackson. Those are the two trademarks he has, and basically he's basically claiming that like, hey, the number 8 is widely associated with him and like his presence in the NFL, and so like
crazy.
yeah. So Troy Aikman last December tried to trademark the word 8, like EIGHT, and he got it, and then Lamar filed a opposition to his trademark of the word 8 for the same reason, basically. So it's just wild to
I do
me.
remember Troy being in there against Lamar, and so now it's interesting that Dale Earnhardt gets bumped in there too.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just fascinating to me. Like, he's getting torn to shreds on Reddit. Lamar, that is, because it's like, Lamar, if I ever saw the number 8 on a diecast car, I can promise you, not one fiber of my being is thinking about Lamar Jackson. And then like they're going
90%
into
of NASCAR fans are going to go, Lamar who?
yeah, and then,
Who?
and then they're going into like all the other guys that wear it, which we'll talk about. The biggest one, arguably, Alex Ovechkin and Great 8, which is his trademark.
I wouldn't
Um,
have even known that Ovechkin was number 8, to be honest.
yeah.
I'm
And then
that
like
90% of another sports league
sure,
fan that wouldn't have even known that.
yeah. Or like Kobe Bryant. People brought up Aaron Rodgers wore it this year.
I thought
Like
about. I didn't even remember Aaron wore this year.
yeah.
I thought he wore. If you'd have told me he wore 12 this year, I would have believed you.
Yeah, so it's just like people were going nuts because it's kind of ridiculous. Like
Steve Young also wore 8.
yes, um,
Yeah, I'm looking at a list of just like famous number 8s right now.
yeah,
Theron Williams.
and like
number 8. Kirk Cousins did have 8 too.
I think the most
Not that
entertaining
Kirk is
part
bad,
is
but-
that he says it's widely associated with him due to his prominence in the NFL, and it's like you're not even the only player that wears it in your own sport.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
there are
there's-
every team has a number 8. I'm gonna
Kirk
put
Cousins
money
wore
on that.
8 for Kirk Cousins just wore 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. You're not special.
Like I
That's-
don't.
That's an
I
interesting
have
take.
I have never seen the number 8 and thought Lamar Jackson other than when it's on one of his jerseys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think too, like, if you really want a special number, like, pick a dumb fucking number. Like, be
Yeah.
61. Like,
Right.
no one is like, oh, dude, 61. Like, you remember when LeBron wore 61? Like, you want a real cool number and just want to trademark the fucking name of it? Pick 53 or 87. Like,
Right.
Okay, 80s are back. There's a lot of good NFL players. But yeah, like that, like, 40 to 70 range, like, you're good. Like, you pick a number in there, you're the fucking NFL quarterback with number 39 on your jersey. Like, no one is taking that from you.
Yeah.
You're fine. So, yeah, unless Johnny Unitas comes back from the grave and wants 19 back, like, yeah, you're safe. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy, though, that, like... And also, too, I get it, like, Reddit's clowning him, but, like, you know goddamn well Lamar's not sitting around in his mansion smoking blunts being like, fucking Dale Earnhardt did what? Like, his team came to him and was like, sign this. And he was like, all right. And they were like, we're going to try to get restitution for $100 million. And he was like, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be in the pool. Like, you know, he's not calling his lawyers like, how dare he? Like,
Yeah.
he don't give a fuck. Like, he's just a kid balling out, making money, hanging out. So, yeah, I get what Reddit is saying, but like, you got to remember, like, it is just his team, like, being like, hey, sign here. We're going to try to get $30 million. Dude, what the fuck just happened now? LeBron and Draymond just collided and Braun dropped, either dead or got punched in the balls. I can't tell what happened. He hit and flopped and rolled over and is like
That
smacking
is
the ground right now. So
quite the
yeah,
dichotomy there.
either LeBron got poked in the belly button and is pretending he's dead, or he got punched in the nuts hard just now. But he's like down punching the ground face
My
down. So interesting.
before we move away from this, my favorite Reddit comment of this is, "Don't worry, Lamar is used to losing when it matters."
So he'll probably win this lawsuit because no one gives a shit. This is a regular season game, so he's about to ball the fuck out. So yeah, speaking of LeBron being down, acting like he just got shot in the stomach with a shotgun, which yeah, I think he just got like poked in the belly button and pretended to die. I didn't see it though. Now I'm about to watch it. It wasn't even Draymond. He just like bumped. It was just like non-contact. He just like ran into somebody.
LeBron's old and fragile. Is that what I'm hearing?
He like ran into somebody and like hit the dude's elbow, hit his elbow, which hit him in the stomach, and he like dropped. Yeah, is he dying? He's saying he elbowed me. That was a weird angle, but okay. LeBron may or may not have just gotten elbowed. Who knows? Anyway, so other NBA news. The finger guns, Buddy Hield and John Morant both threw up finger guns the other day. John Morant, crazy situation to be doing that in after all the gun suspension shit.
There's no way he threw up finger guns.
Dude, in the face of Steph, where Steph had to like duck his head because he was fucking finger gunning to the Warriors bench. Like hit a shot, they called a timeout. He said, as he was like walking away, and Steph like ducked his head and like looked back, and they all were like, "What the fuck?" And he just like walked back to his shit and was like tapping everybody out. The NBA said, "Yeah, no, don't do that." And Buddy Hield hit like a three the other day and did like a swipe of them and did it back to him. And so it was like they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not fucking doing that." Which then I also was kind of an NFL note, but the NFL did no to the nose wipe celebration the other day, which I had to fucking look it up because I was like, I'm not young enough now to know what this is. I got to look it up. Happily to report that like even Urban Dictionary was real shaky about it. Like there's a lot of split things. Some rapper made it about one thing and someone else made it about something else, but it's like typically like gang related. Like it's like you're gonna die, you've been killed, you're this. Like it's there's a lot of gang notations to it.
As you wipe your nose.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, completely irrelevant. Yeah. It just as I said, nose wipe, my nose got itchy. But yeah, so interesting to see John Morant throwing up finger guns. Yeah, you have to look that one up then because it's hilarious. Shit. Speaking of looking things up, totally forget this one. We were talking about Jamie and picking $1 million. Was the last one I have for it, but it was funny because I literally laughed out loud and I caught myself while you were talking, and that's what I chuckled at. I thought of a thought. It was me thinking about there's a scene in The Office, and I was like, Jamie will love this because it's an Office scene, and she's seen it, and AJ has it. Kelly, the dumb, like, idiot one, she's like the just ditzy, just kind of all around, just is always there. She actually is really intelligent in real life and writes the show. Mindy Kaling. She's Kelly Kapoor in the show. There's a scene where she talks about if she wins the lottery, and she was like, "Yeah, like of course I'd still come to work, like da 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 da." And then she like talks for a minute, and she's like, "Well, I mean, like I wouldn't come in very often, and I would work like whenever I wanted, and I'd have to stop and get coffee first, and like of course I wouldn't come in if it was raining." And like she basically is like, "Of course I would still work full time," and then like backtracks all the way to like I'd work like a few minutes one day a week, like, and it's hilarious because she's like, she wouldn't be at work. There's no goddamn way.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Dylan Brooks. Anyway, other NBA news: Dylan Brooks got suspended for a 16 technical in the season. Fake tough guy kind of situation. He's just now the all-around bad guy all the time. It's just silly to see. And then, cat meow. That's what I heard. I was like, what's happening? And then Dwight Howard was scammed a few years ago and invested millions of dollars to buy a WNBA team, which was not real. And the guy that scammed him just got 12 years in jail. So it was
12 years for a couple mil.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah,
I'd flip a coin.
I'd flip a coin. Yeah, let's put it on the Lakers Warriors game. See what happens.
Dad, are you playing Xbox?
Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the NBA. As we mentioned when we came online, Ja did hit the winning shot. And the Golden State Warriors Los Angeles Lakers game is on currently. So getting live updates from Dane on that. And we'll see how that pans out, although we will probably be off air by the time it is coming online. Moving right along to the MLB. Not a whole lot to talk about. Is interesting. The Angels, not the Angels. Whoa, not the Angels. The Dodgers, rather, are one of the first teams to go 8-0 in quite some time. So after winning the World Series, I think is that little caveat. So they're 8-0, and they're coming to Philadelphia this weekend.
I actually saw a funny post about that. I had to peel an orange. I was requested. I saw a funny post about that where it was somebody had said something about like, don't ever count the Dodgers out was the tweet, and it was them. It was like the statistics of like probability to win, and the Tigers it was like way up to like the 98%.
Yeah.
And it drops way back down because I guess the Dodgers won like last inning situation the other
Yeah.
day, and someone was like, don't count the Dodgers out? You mean the $2 billion payroll team that just won the championship playing the worst team in the league? Like, don't count the Dodgers out. They were like, I don't think a single fucking person in the world counted the Dodgers out, even though they were in that situation.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny to see. But yeah, I saw that though, that the Padres also had opened up undefeated too. So
They have, yeah.
170 some games to go. Woo.
Yeah, right. I mean, it does matter because, like, similarly to basketball, you kind of get out to these big leads, and it kind of
and it helps you. It buys you some losses later
exactly.
for injuries and things like that.
Yeah, so it's
I also hate
certainly
that.
helpful, but
My note was daytime. What the fuck? I was watching today, and I was like, oh, there's a Phillies game on later tonight. I get a message at like 2 in the afternoon, and it was like someone hit a home run. And I was like, what the fuck? And I had to go and check, and I was like, dude, I forgot baseball started at like noon, and games are just like all day.
yeah, it's usually not
day.
till like 2 Eastern time. But
whatever it is. But yeah, it was sometime during the day, right? It's like, even if it was like 4 p.m., like I got a notification and was like, is that live? And I went and checked, and I was like, it fucking is, dude. And I was like, god damn it. Like, I gotta start paying attention. If I want to watch these, like, I gotta know that they're not like basketball, football, everything else. 8-9 p.m. pass. Like no one started earlier than that. So yeah, it's an odd start time, but
yeah, it is.
where are we at with Ovechkin?
Yeah, so he scored a couple goals since we last talked. I think he's actually had a goal in the past 3 games he's played in. So he's now down to 3 goals away from taking over the lead. He is 892 games or 892 goals rather. And 7 games left. But I think the more interesting part is that Wayne Gretzky took 894 goals in 1,487 games. Alex Ovechkin has 892 goals in 1,485 games.
So like damn near the exact same.
Damn near, yeah. So if he could score these 3 goals in the next 2 games, he will have surpassed him by 1 goal in the exact same number of games.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, which like 3 goals in 2 games isn't out of the question, especially for Alex Ovechkin.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy when the statistics line up like that. Now, I remember it was one. I'm pretty sure that if I remember correctly, when we ended Coach K in the Final Four.
Yeah.
They were tied all time win losses. If I remember correctly, that was the game too.
Yeah,
like,
that was
there
like the decider.
Was an extra, so it was like an extra layer to it. It was like if they meet up in the Final Four, like they both franchises have, or both universities have however many wins. If I remember correctly, it was something like that then, where it's like that extra layer of like history added to it. And you're just like, oh, it's so much more fun when it has that. So
yeah. So for the record, Ovi does have 7 games left in the season, but. If he can get it in 2 games, he plays tomorrow night and Sunday night. Sunday afternoon, actually, at 12:30. So if he can get it in those 2 games, even if he ties it and gets a goal in each game, like that'd be wild. Ties crazy. It in the same number of games. That's crazy.
But in Gretzky's point in his career, was he like winding down and this was like he was just putting together a couple of goals and retired still prime, or did he retire?
I'll be honest,
like
I don't particularly know.
Yeah, I'd be curious because like Ovechkin still obviously is fucking good. Like he's old, but he's still very good. So it's like he could pass it and then go on for a handful more goals, or is he about to go like 1 or 2 past then retire? Like
yeah.
I don't know if Gretzky's the end of his career was slowing down, or if he was
played
still
for
balling out at that point.
20 years. So in his last season, he had 9 goals. So yeah, he was really slowing down. So he played.
Yeah. So he was out there just fucking around.
He played 70 games in his last season and only had 9 goals. But like, dude, that man's assist record is wild.
That's crazy. That's it.
I saw a TikTok today that was like Wayne Gretzky talking about Alex Ovechkin, and like it wasn't actually true, but it was like some dude pretending, like going back and forth, is like dressed up as them. He was like, oh, so you're closing in on the same number of goals as me, the same number of games. And he's like, yeah. He's like, oh, so you must be close to my assist record too. And he's like, no, I'm not
even
even
fucking
anywhere
close. Not
close.
even fucking close
Yeah.
at all.
Um,
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
I'm
Yeah, I just looked it up
interested
too.
now.
Like Gretzky's goals by season and shit. Fucking
Yeah.
87, 92. 92 goals in a season is fucking
Yeah.
bonkers.
So for what it's worth, he Ovechkin has 724 assists.
Damn.
I want to take a guess at what Gretzky has?
1963.
1963.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was looking at his career stats.
In the same number of games, like
yeah, that's
it's
crazy.
wild.
1,200 extra assists is
Yeah,
fucking
that's like
crazy. Like,
they.
that's a lot of extra points.
It's one of those like Tom Brady, LeBron James things where they're like they have 2 Hall of Fame careers inside of
Yes.
their career, and it's
Yeah.
like Wayne Gretzky has more to date has more goals than anybody else. He also has more assists than anybody else. But like the next closest person in assists, he has like double the amount of.
Right, yeah.
Like-
And then after Ovechkin is probably a huge drop off too. Like it's probably a giant
Yeah.
chunk down to third place. But
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah, it's just absolutely.
Speaking of the LeBron Hall of Fame career, so I did see a tweet about that recently, whereas if he plays for like 3 more years, he will have done it 4 times essentially. That it's like the Cavs, the Heat, pre-COVID Lakers and post-COVID Lakers. He would
right.
have, you broke up the stats, like he's been playing for so long, so it's like 03 to 2012, 2012 to 16, 16 to 21-ish, and then 21 till now. He will have had the stats of what other Hall of Famers had in 4 separate fucking careers. Like, that's insane, dude. Like, that shit's so fucking crazy.
3 years
so
is a
you
lot
said
to
about
ask
that.
out of him.
What's that?
I feel like 3 years is a lot to ask out of him, but still 3 careers in one is wild.
Yeah, it's still,
even if you take the Cavs, the Heat, and the
point.
Lakers,
Yeah, and the
like
Lakers,
those 3 careers.
Those are solidified 3 Hall of Fame careers. So to be able to split the Lakers career and be like, damn, that's still a Hall of Fame career, like that's nuts. But especially then at his age of 40, like he is not slowing down. They did when he was on the Pat McAfee show last week. He said, or Pat McAfee, he said, they made a joke where they're like, we're going to hold out and play for Bryce too. And he said, oh man, don't fucking do me like that. And it was like, he's definitely going to hold out and play with Bryce too. Like, there's no way he's not going to hold out and try to get Bryce in there too to play with both. So, yeah, he could do, like, he has said that at the end is near. But yeah, I mean, I could see him doing 2 more full seasons just fucking gung-ho, playing hard and like being done then. So like 2 more seasons though, like that kid, like, dude, those numbers are fucking unobtainable for a lot of other people. But, all right, so hockey update, watching Ovechkin, hopefully he gets that soon. College football, not really much of anything. I just kind of thought it was cool to point out that Quinn Ewers and Travis Hunter led the NIL deals. They had like crazy money signing in. Archie Manning was on that list too. So
is that for the upcoming season or this past
upcoming season?
Okay.
Yeah, no, upcoming season, yeah. So
I don't really
Hunter's
follow
gonna
the
get drafted, so it's
NIL
gonna
stuff to see.
I don't either. It was
as.
just like a ESPN thing where I clicked it real quick, and it was just like the anticipation of these guys, like what they're worth or whatever. Like Cooper Flag was in there. Like there's a handful of other names and stuff for like people that could make like real fucking like $3-4 million plus a year, which is crazy for kids that are signing rookie deals for $10 million for 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so it's crazy. The NIL is just kind of taking over, giving people a chance to actually stay in school, make some money. Like it was always a thing of like, oh, this is money to change the family and get my mom out of the hood and buy a new house.
Get out of college and go.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that anyway. Just stay in school and ball out on these people that are now you're a fucking man amongst boys. Like, yeah, hang out and play for a couple.
It's
years,
still a risk though, because if you do get hurt, like
it's less money. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's less money and all that good stuff. But I mean, like for some people though, like if they know they're not gonna have a crazy NBA career, take advantage of the NIL money now. Get yourself solidified in college. Get your degree, get a job at the college, whatever. Like, you kind of you build your career there. But
I'm really interested to see what happens. Specifically, I think in the NBA and the NFL with rookie contracts for whenever their bargaining agreements come up, because those are like set in stone. Like, you get drafted here, you get X amount of money for X amount of years.
Yeah, well, I was like Shadur. They asked him. They said, "What do you feel about not getting drafted first?" He said, I got plenty of money. He said, I'm already a millionaire. I don't give a shit where I get drafted. I just want to get drafted to a Super Bowl contender. And it was like, that actually does make sense. Like, he's not hurting for money. Like, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get his dad out of the hood. Like, his dad, Prime don't live in the hood. Like, he's fine.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens there. Other than that, this weekend, I think this is probably the biggest events of the weekends.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
We had talked about it last time where like the Cinderellas are kind of dead because of like transfer portal and NIL and like all that other good stuff. Like the big teams get bigger now and like it becomes kind of like an NBA situation where like these top teams are kind of crazy. I also didn't realize it's only the second time it's ever happened. I knew it was the first time it's happened since 2008 for all 4 one seeds to get to the Final Four. It's only the second time ever though. That was the first time ever, which is crazy. But I heard a few analysts talking about it where they were just like, this is gonna be like the best weekend. Like we've kind of complained this whole time because it's just kind of been like a run through tournament. There wasn't any of these crazy stories, but like this weekend should be like an NBA game, but for college players. Like it should be as good as it gets. So yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be fun. Duke, Houston,
I
Florida,
do just want to note that UConn women's basketball ruined it because the women's bracket had 3 of 4 one seeds in. And UConn beat USC, who was the 4th 1 seed in the Elite Eight.
That would have been crazy.
So yeah, down on it almost had all 8 teams be 1 seeds.
Yeah, so it is pretty clear that like the Cinderellas are kind of dead. The NIL is taking over the transfer portal because like you'll get first round, maybe second round, but like you're probably not getting to Elite Eights anymore. Yeah. Like Sweet 16 is about as good as it's gonna get for these crazy underdog teams.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so we'll have those games the 5th, which is Saturday. 6 and 9, and then the championship Monday.
Yep, yeah, Monday night. Yeah, I think it is usually at 9 p.m. Monday. It's usually a late game. Like it usually is people bitching about how late it is unless they finally moved it. But I'm pretty sure it's at 9 on Monday.
Yeah,
night, but
all those elitist East Coast people.
Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, we're the center of the world. UFC touched on that a couple times. Can't wait. That's next weekend. So nothing crazy there. Where are we racing this weekend?
We are in the Lady in Black in Darlington, South Carolina.
Love that. Quick little drive.
The egg or the track is shaped like an egg, so turns 1 and 2 are very wide, and then turns 3 and 4 kind of narrow down and cut in quicker. So it's a really interesting track. It's drivers typically love it because it's like you really have to drive the track. You're not necessarily driving the people around you. You're really driving against the track more than you are the people around you. Yeah, you just happen to be bumper to bumper and door to door with other people. So that's super interesting. And it's also throwback weekend. So a lot of the schemes have come out now, which is just super cool. As like a lifelong NASCAR fan, you see these schemes coming back with like the newer sponsors.
I will say I've seen a few of the clips and stuff of those. And like for me, I was like, as someone who... the only familiarity I have with NASCAR is being a kid, like Earnhardt Hard Days when all my family was watching it. Like that's like your old Gordon paint crate. Like that's what I know. When I think NASCAR, I think of the 24 car with the fucking flames. Like that's what I'm thinking of. The Black 3, the Rainbow 24. Like those are the ones I'm thinking of. So 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 I'm really pumped for that. Like that'll be fun for me. Where it's like, oh shit, I do remember that one. Like because right now it's like people change the schemes and stuff all the time. I'm always like, I don't even know any of these drivers. I'm figuring stuff out. I am starting to recognize them now. Between the Heat game helped so much too. When I signed in and saw that I had that as a previous download, I was like, "Fuck yes!" Also saw somebody selling like a PS1 or something the other day with like NASCAR Thunder 2003 or whatever.
Oh yeah,
for like $50 on Marketplace. And I wanted to reach out to be like, "Dude, you could sell NASCAR itself for $50." Like, don't do that. Like, I was like, I might buy that and sell NASCAR itself or keep it or whatever. And I was like, "But yeah, you're getting hustled here because NASCAR is gold."
Yeah. And then F1 is in Japan this weekend. They're actually live right now with free practice 1. So free practice isn't much to really watch. They run a few laps, do some testing,
heating tires.
They change some stuff. But because it's in Japan though, qualifying is Saturday at 2 a.m. and the race is Sunday at 1 a.m. I'll have reviews of those, but I am not going to watch them live.
I might be Ubering Saturday night, so I might watch that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Saturday into Sunday, and then the race is Sunday into Monday?
No.
Or are you saying... Okay,
it'll be Friday into Saturday. Yeah, Saturday at 2 a.m. Sunday at 1 a.m. So yeah, if you're Ubering Saturday night, you'd watch the race at 1.
Race, I'll be able to watch the race for sure, because I'll take people home from the bar until like 2:33 in the morning. So yeah, I'll definitely end up watching the race while I'm driving people home, which would be cool. So, qualifying, I will be... if it doesn't rain tomorrow. The Grove had 3 races in March, all canceled for rain.
It happens this time in PA. Yeah,
people are pissed. Like I crack up every time the Grove posts were like canceled. 150 comments. I fucking knew you guys were canceled. You guys are pussy. Blah blah blah. And I'm always like, is your racetrack open this weekend?
Yeah.
Is your racetrack open this weekend?
Yeah.
Can you fucking cut them some slack? Like, you don't think that they want to be open and make them money this weekend? Like, you don't think they're devastated to cancel a race? Like,
Right.
what part of the owners being like, yeah, it's canceled this weekend, last minute, an hour before the race starts, that they're like, yeah,
So-
we enjoy doing this?
Okay, so
Dude, those comments,
the flip side of that coin,
I'm happy to be educated.
just to be fair, some of these drivers are coming from like 4, 5, 6 hours away, and so if imagine you drove 5 hours.
There. I'm talking idiots on just Facebook, just fucking.
Right,
I was gonna
but
come
some
watch
of them
it,
are
I'm
drivers.
mad. That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah, some of those are
I'm
drivers,
talking
crew
more or
members,
less,
and that are like,
yeah.
"Hey, I just drove 5 hours because you said you guys were going to
We're
race.
gonna race, and then
I'm
we're
almost
here, and
there,"
it's canceled.
and you're like,
Now you
"Oh
cancel.
no." So now I just wasted
Yeah.
all that money to drive 10 hours.
I just like that's such a
Like,
that's
That's
especially in March and April.
Yes.
Like, it should be expected. Like you said, like it's anticipated that shit's gonna get canceled for rain. Like, why would they
Yeah.
want to cancel if they didn't need to? So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just me seeing everyone like, and I see your point there. I will have to double check, but I'm almost fairly certain we're talking about
Oh, I'm sure there's your fair share of fans
yeah,
that live 10 minutes away.
minimum
has
wage
no
people that
effect
are
on
just
them.
like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, what are you doing this weekend? It's like, dude, you're going to Johnny Joe's anyway. Who cares? Like, hey, yes, it is. Those are what I'm talking about. Where people
Yeah.
get so mad, and I'm like, where's your racetrack at? Like, dude, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Like, yeah, why would they not want to
I,
have made $10, $20, $30, $50,000 this weekend?
Right,
Like, what
yeah.
part of them was like, yeah, no, let's close. Let's just stay home. Like, fucking duh.
Yeah. But there is that catch-22 of like the
you
people
are
who
right.
actually
100%,
traveling for it
100%.
to race
Yeah.
and all that. But then you look at the tracks, like my local track up here, Clinton County Speedway. A lot of times they're one of the earlier ones to call. They try to call around like 3 o'clock at latest in the afternoon, which is like a 4-hour window. And then sometimes they cancel when it doesn't rain at all. And it's
Yeah,
like,
see, that's
well,
what
now you
that
look
would
like an asshole.
suck.
Yeah.
you look like an
Yeah,
asshole
and then
after
they're
the
like,
race
well,
regardless.
shit, now I'm out, we're not making the money that Grove is because we're not as big of a track. But,
Yeah. I did
but yeah,
actually
you
see
saw
that
the
one of
same
the
thing.
things that they had posted about was switching to like, I didn't read into it. I should have before I even mentioned it, but it could have been a joke, honestly. Fuck, it was April Fool's. I didn't want to say that. Never mind. I have to double check that first. I need to make sure I'm correct. Continue on.
So yeah, that wraps up racing for the weekend. We have a little bit of Masters next weekend to look forward to. So Masters in the draft. That's exciting.
Yep,
We're
Masters
kind
next
of-
weekend pumped. This is like one of the few golf tournaments where I like lock in and watch every minute of it. Like, I just, for whatever
You watch
reason,
like Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
yes,
Sunday.
yes.
Okay.
It starts Monday. Like, first round's Monday morning, and like they're doing
Oh,
like
okay.
this practice disqualifying shits. Like, and it's just like, yeah, and I'm unemployed this week, so like I'm hyped. Dude, I got for dance today and Masters Monday. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so I am. Yeah, I'm pumped. For some reason, I don't know what it is. It's just like the gym dance, the flowers, the tone, the atmosphere. It's summer season. Like, it's everything that's just right with the summer. This is like one of the few that I remember being a kid and actually being like, all right, I'll watch that. Like, if that's, it's not really, but it's weird how golf does it. But this is like their mid Super Bowl season kind of thing. Like, this is the most important major of the year, even though it's not the championship kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, I love watching the matches. The green jacket, like the whole thing. It makes you think of Happy Gilmore. Like, it's just the whole thing. I fucking love it. Also found out today they were on my PMT plug. Minwoo Lee, who won last week at the Valspar Championship, was on there. And I talked about it. He's like, a lot of people don't know this, but like when you go to like the golf course just during the year, it's the Augusta Golf Course. It's just called the Augusta National Golf Club.
Yeah.
At least when you go there, you get like merch that says Augusta National Golf Club. He's like, so it's kind of like an if you know thing, because a lot of people come in for the Masters tournament and everything in there is Masters related.
Yeah.
He's like, that's just like a brand that comes in for the event. And he was like,
Yeah.
it's just a course.
That's the
He's like, they call it
PGA
the
event
Masters.
that's there.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
They just call it that. And he's like, if you have like Augusta National stuff, it means that like you've been invited to play there. So it's kind of like a flex that like if you see people with Augusta National, it means like not only have they played the Masters, most likely they've also played there not during the Masters, like
Yeah.
which is really hard to do. So it
Yes.
was like, yeah, so it's hard obviously to play in the fucking Masters. Like, you got to qualify upon qualifying, but also hard to play just off season to just grab a tee time because they spend like all year prepping it or whatever,
Uh-huh.
or however it goes. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so for me, yeah, the Masters is like just one of the few where like I just feel like they do such a good job of like displaying it and like the camera and like everything. It's just fun to watch and like, yeah, I'm fucking locked in every time. Masters, Waste Management Open. People getting drunk throwing beer on the course and the prettiness of the flowers.
Yeah.
You get me. I don't know what it is, but it's just most spectrums of it. You get me. You got me.
Fair enough. Anything else to add?
I don't think so. Hershey Bears playoffs coming up. They have 2 more weeks of that.
Oh, I did forget about
a
that.
couple
Yeah.
times. Yeah, they got 2 more weeks of regular season. They're balling out right now still. So, yeah, I don't really have anything
Well,
else. We got a good
Senators probably start soon, as well as
yeah,
the Harrisburg Heat.
Actually, no, yeah, their opening day is Tuesday, and it's supposed to be like 40 degrees. They sent me an email the other day that was like, today only $7 tickets. And I talked to Kaylee about it, and I was like, you want to get tickets and go next Tuesday? And then I was like, wait a minute. I checked the weather. It was like 43 degrees for the high on Tuesday. And I was like, I don't think I want to sit in 39-degree weather and watch baseball. I was like, there's just something about that doesn't sit right with me. I'd rather save my $28. Like, I don't want to do that. So, yeah, so we will catch a Senators game here soon for sure once it's warm, and then I will definitely catch a Bears game here once we get to the playoffs. So,
fair enough. All right, well, I'll wrap up with a fun fact for you. Blind choice. This one. Nope, don't like that one. Okay. The last year containing 4 different digits was 2019. The next year will be 2031.
Because 2020s, there's 2 twos
Yep.
the whole time, and then 2019. It's also 2018, 2017, 2016.
Right. The last
back
time
in
it happened
2012.
was 2019.
Yeah, so there's like a stretch of years that it did happen from 2013 to 2019.
Yeah.
And then now it's taking a break from the 2020s. And then 2031 will hit. And then I guess it'll continue then.
Most
it
of
won't be the 2020s. Yeah,
Yeah.
most of the rest of the numbers. So like the 2020s are like the very few stretch that won't.
Right.
And 2012.
Yeah, and then you'll just have the duplicate years like 33, 44.
52.
Yeah, the 2s and then
anything 2.
Anything 2,
kind of
0, and then the duplicate numbers.
Yeah. That is a little trippy.
Yeah, that's your fun fact.
Interesting. I like that. I like that one. That one doesn't fuck me up, so I like that one. That one doesn't ruin my night or send me into a spiral or a rabbit hole. So I really like that one. That was real simple, real likely. I'll just every time it's New Year's, I'll go, oh, this is one of those years. And I'll just move on. Like that you definitely ruined New Year's for me, but that was about it. Actually, I'll be really surprised if I remember that next New Year's. I'm definitely gonna text you and be like, 2026, one matching number. The 2s
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I appreciate you all. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys Sunday and enjoy some basketball, racing, and maybe hockey.
Weekend of some stuff. Yep.
Maybe we'll be watching some hockey.
Monday Masters. So let's do it.
Yes, sir. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.